Hammer, nails, and tools. These kids, the next generation, aren't learning this in school.
This is the Elegant Homes Podcast with your home improvement expert, Don Riley. Don gives you weekly tips on the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home. Plus, Don talks to industry's leading professionals to make your home elegant. The Elegant Homes Podcast with Don Riley is powered by Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
Welcome back to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. And you know, the season is upon us. We are rocking and rolling, and I tell you, the home improvement jobs just keep coming in every week. It seems like they talk with everything out there, the news, the media, with everything so expensive, but people still keep doing home improvements. So they keep improving their homes. I don't see no end in sight for a while. I think people are still spending. Things, are still moving. I do see a decrease in supply and demand's getting better. So that's working out really good in our favor. But we still have a problem with one of the things I want to talk about today, and it's the workforce. That is still a problem. Finding good quality certified people for this business is very, very tough. And I think a lot of our competitors are having the same issues. People, unfortunately, don't want to either be in this business or want another career opportunity. And, the trades are very, very tough. It's physical, it's demanding, and it's really hard to find people that want to physically work hard today. And it's unfortunate because, the world we live in today, we need these type of folks who can work hard and do a great job at building anything. And it takes teams, and it takes perseverance and make sure that these jobs get done and done efficiently. But, as I talk to a lot of folks out there, they're saying the same thing. They're having trouble, whether it's, Starbucks or any of these local restaurants. They're having problems finding folks to work. And, that's why I want to talk today about staffing. So staffing is a big thing in our business, and it's really hard to find quality people that you want to, trust to take your baby, which, your company is your baby. It's your second marriage. And you want to make sure that they mold themselves into your company. And not all the times do employees or 1099 subcontractors got your best interest at heart. So you got to make sure, as the chief and master of your business, that these people are carrying the message of your company across the finish line. And that is a tough task. It takes a special individual to be able to run this kind of business. Most home improvement companies fail within the first 5 years of being in business. It's a fact. Statistics tell us that 5 years in business, in the home improvement business, you're usually either gone or out of business. And that is usually due to mismanagement of funds or money. Most people are not business people. And I see it all the time. They get into this business and they're a great salesperson or they're a great carpenter, but they're not a good business person. So it's just the facts. And here at Elegant Home Podcast, we lay out the facts. We tell you straight into the camera, into the heart. That's just the way the business is. And I've seen a lot of people come and go in this business over 22 years of being in this business and almost 16 years of having my own business. So I tell people, cream rises to the top, only the thick survive. The good news about, I don't like talking about all that negative stuff, but the good news is that if you survive more than 10 years in this business, there's a pretty good shot you're going to be around for a while. And I tell you, I am proud of what we've built. And the nice thing about this opportunity with not having the employees and not having the staffing, it really gives you a chance to sit back and take a snapshot of what you got. And for me, it gives me the opportunity to really look and get a grasp on the type of people I want to bring in from here on out. And I always say what makes me smart's known when I'm dumb. And we have just taken a really good look at the quality of people that we want to have for the next 10 years of this business. If I got 10 years left in me. But only by the grace of God. But the thing is, this business is growing. It's still getting better. Even though, some people say, well, the economy, this, economy, that, you can't buy into the negativity. But there is a fact out there that the workforce, there's a struggle in the workforce. And we know that. We've looked at that, and we're analyzing that as we speak, and we're working around it. So sometimes you got to do things to shift business. Kodak went out of business because, digital cameras, it took over the industry. So everybody thought the Polaroid cameras would be forever, but digital took over, computers took over, and Kodak went out of business. So you got to be moving with the times. You got to be shifting in business. You got to be always thinking outside the box. That's why we have the Elegant Home Podcast. We're always thinking outside the box, and we want to bring you, the listener, informative information that can help you around your home. So I'm Don Riley. We're talking about staffing today, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Something I love? I love talking about our friends at Marshall Chevrolet. My good buddy Rob Marshall and the gang out there, they are always so friendly and nice. When you go out there, I bought my personal 2020 Trail Boss for those guys, and they dressed that thing up, and I'm telling you, I love my truck. Love it, love it. But if you're looking at those Equinox, Chevy, maybe that new Camaro that you've always dreamed about, or maybe that new 2021 Corvette, they're all looking at those Corvettes now and thinking, I want one of those. He's got it there at Marshall Chevrolet. So stop out and see the gang there at Marshall Chevrolet. They are in Carrollton, Kentucky. And remember, make sure you tell them Don Riley from Elegant Homes Podcast sent you.
The Marshall Auto Group has grown into one of the largest dealer groups in the state of Kentucky, and we're right in your backyard. With locations in Dry Ridge, Crittenden, and Florence, we're convenient and easy to get to. Plus, we have hundreds of new and used vehicles priced to make it worth your drive. We're a family-run business, making us easy to deal with. Come see us. Marshall Dry Ridge Toyota, Marshall Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Marshall Motors of Florence, and Marshall Power Sports. The Marshall Auto Group, easy to get to, easy to deal with.
Welcome back to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley. We took a short break there, and we're talking about staffing today. Staffing is so important in any business, having the right people working around you. I always say you got to hire people that are smarter than you. And today that has gotten tougher to find A, people that are motivated, B, people that want to work, and then C, the ability to show up on time and be efficient in your job. It's super, super tough to find those qualities in anybody today. Our society has become a little lazy, and I'm not afraid to throw that out there. And but the thing is, we keep fighting forward, and we keep putting ourselves out there, and we keep churning the butter, and eventually, it turns out to be a good mixture of finding some people that still have those A, B, and C qualities. And, I talk about our new partner, Girl on a Roof, here at the Elegant Home Podcast. And Becca Haggard, we brought her in and into our business. And I tell you, she is doing a phenomenal job. She's got all those qualities that I just talked about, the work ethic, the punctuality, the desire to get out and get it done. And you don't find a lot of people with that. But also, she is wanting to, like myself, empower these young people to stand up and embrace their generation and use their hands. And her slogans, put a hammer in their hand. She's right. we need to do that more with our children and our young people, because we are losing a generation to social media, to cell phones, to video games, and we wonder why our society is not progressing. And if we don't get a hold of this and start teaching our younger generation that you got to work hard, you got to be physical, you got to do these things, we're in trouble. So that is something that we're passionate about, and we're going to make sure that we get these kids learning how to use drills, learning how to use hammers, learning how to fix things at their home. I remember my mom when I was 12, 13 years old, getting up on Saturday morning and cutting the grass. She said, "You're going to cut the grass." And just being physical and pushing that mower and, putting the gas in it, changing the oil, and learning how to do that stuff at a young age, which inspired me to go on to be a person to use my hands and drills and hammers and get dirty. And we just don't have people out there that want to do that anymore. And it's getting tougher and tougher. And even the people that are doing that are getting older. So there's no one taking those spots when they step down. So let's empower people. Let's empower the young generation to get out there, take control of any kind of work situation. I love it when I go into some of these businesses, and as a business owner myself and an entrepreneur, it's so wonderful when you go in and you see these young people who are on top of it. Whether it's a restaurant or wherever you're at, and they're courteous, they're hardworking, and I always like to tip really well, because it's just really cool to see young people working hard, and that's what we need in this country. That's how this country was built, was on the backs of you and me in this country. So you've listened to Elegant Home Podcast. I'm your host, Don Riley. Staffing is huge, and we hope you can staff your business the way we've staffed ours. And we hope for the next generation, we can bring these young kids in and empower them to help you and me to be a better society and build stuff and just make every home out there elegant. I'm your host, Don Riley. We'll see you next time.